Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. You'll notice that in a lot of my videos, when I first start, it is, I'll have to clear my throat when I first start speaking. And the reason for that, and maybe I should do something about it, but the reason for that is a lot of times I have not talked at all until this point in the morning. And so the first second that I open my mouth, I have to clear my throat, and I realize that my throat's not clear. Usually the kids have gone off to school and I'm by myself and that kind of thing, and so but now they're home for summer and it's a little different, so maybe it'll be a little different. I won't be clearing my throat every day like that. I want to give two shout outs here. Peter Pumpkin Eater's one of them. He sent me a couple of things this morning, or at least one, and then I saw this from him. So he's at Yes I'll Have Some. And then I also wanted to give a shout out to Alex Cobb. It's not often that I send you all to go subscribe to other YouTubers, but there are some that I gladly tell you to do so, and Alex Cobb's one of them. He's a young guy, but he was one of the first guys I saw doing the XRP YouTube thing, and he was one of the guys that inspired me to add what I thought I had to add to the situation. And so, but more important than that, two things. He's an enthusiastic guy about XRP, and the thing I admire most, especially for a young guy, this guy has held in there strong through the entire bear market, and he's never wavered. He's always been positive and enthusiastic because he's well read on XRP and Ripple, and he knows what he's talking about. So if you don't subscribe to Alex Cobb, here's his channel here. I'll show you. This is the actual video I'm going to tell you about here in a second. But he's Alex Cobb, and you can go subscribe to him. He does a live stream every day. I think it's at 1:30 Eastern time. But double check that. Okay. But I wanted to go back to this. This is what Peter Pumpkin Eater was saying. I think it was from Alex Cobb's stream yesterday, and he says we actually. And Alex Cobb, he says dude a lot and those type of things. He's a younger guy, and so but he was so pumped up and excited yesterday that Peter Pumpkin Eater thought to put this out, and I saw a portion of that stream, and so he says we actually golden crossed, dude. That's crazy. And then he says the last time we did it, 4 days. This is the other reason I wanted to show you this. 4 days, then Moonshot. He says that's the last time after XRP golden crossed. And so, and I've told you many times on here, the charting thing is not my thing. But anytime I see people who have been studying it and know a little bit about it, and I pay attention, and I like to show some of those things in my videos. But he deserved a shout out here. Anytime I see this kind of enthusiasm, which is not just enthusiasm, but enthusiasm backed by the facts, that's what interests me. And Alex Cobb, he nailed it on this. I'll say it again. We actually golden crossed, dude. That's crazy. The last time we did it, 4 days, then Moonshot. And for those of you young people out there, enthusiasm is a large percentage of being successful in life. And so don't ever forget enthusiasm as part of that recipe. That's all I'll say about that. Okay. And next, Web Surfer at Web Surfology. A new standard. He's tweeting this article here from the FinTech Times. He took a few pieces out of it. A new standard for issuance of private securities is emerging within the capital markets. Investments in private securities in a digitally wrapped form on the distributed ledger allows investors to utilize the benefits of public capital markets with even greater efficiency, enhanced liquidity of private securities, 24/7 market access, near real-time settlement, automated dividends, interest payments, embedded compliance, cryptographically secure digital wallets, cost reduction, and easy follow-on rounds, transferability of private securities issued in the digital format, is one of the biggest advantages of the of tokenization when we will see becoming a reality in the next 3 years. I wanted to touch on one of these things just to give you one example of how the world's about to change as securities and all these things are digitized and tokenized. And that is the 24-hour market access, near real-time settlement. These are two things about the stock market that a lot of people don't even think about often because they're so used to it. But the stock market, you don't get to trade in the stock market. Like I have an online account, and so I can't go in there and trade in the off hours. The market opens at whatever, 9 or 9:30 in the morning, and then you're able to trade in stocks and all that. Well, that's one of the things that's going to change. You're going to be able to trade around the clock. How is that going to change the world? I can remember, many of you young people will not remember this. There was a time in the media when the only news that was seen when I was growing up, my dad would come home, and at 6 o'clock, a lot of times he would eat his dinner in a chair while he watched the 6 o'clock news. And there were only 4 network channels. Each one had the 6 o'clock news, and you could choose which one you wanted to watch it on. We had a guy named Dan Rather, and there was, I think Ted Kopp. I don't remember the other names, but Dan Rather was one of the main ones when I was a kid. And that's where people got their news. Well, the world changed. We got CNN headline news, and all of a sudden it was 24/7, and then we got Fox News and all these other things. Well, these markets are about to change in the same way. You are about to have 24-hour stock market trading as a result of these digital assets. The other thing that's going to change, if you've ever sold a stock on any of these platforms, I think it's a 3-day settlement. In other words, if you have Apple stock, let's say you got $10,000 of Apple stock, you sell that Apple stock into US dollars. Your money is frozen for 3 days. You can't touch that money for 3 days. That is going to become near real-time settlement, folks. The world is about to change. And next, from XRP Crypto Wolf, European bank, this is an article he's tweeting. European bank official discusses potential benefits of central bank digital currency. For example, increased efficiency of payments and security settlements and reduction of counterparty credit and liquidity risk. It makes sense why Brad tweeted about it, about the ECB. And what he's talking about is the other day what we covered this. Brad Garlinghouse tweeted this out. Now keep in mind, Brad Garlinghouse doesn't tweet often, and this kind of came out of nowhere. And he mentions XRP. None of this is by coincidence. This is a European central bank tweet, occasional paper that they had put out some paper, and Brad Garlinghouse says, great to see the ECB come out with a clear POV on crypto assets, notably that XRP is recognized as one of the most important in terms of usage, market cap, and business model diversity. Woo, that is big, folks. All right, next, I wanted you. This is fascinating, folks. All of you need to go watch this. Firepower sent me this at FirepowerFP. It's a YouTube video, okay? And in this YouTube video, this guy he's on a college campus. Now, to put this in context, this was when Bitcoin was around $5,400. He says it at some point in the video. He goes around this college campus with a $1 bill, and he's trying to illustrate just how early that you and I are in this game. And all of you who are thinking you're too late, or all of you that have had thoughts like that, like maybe the money's already made. Well, I'm here to tell you two things. Watch this video, and we're at about 270 billion in market cap. The highest this market's ever been is 850 billion, and we're talking about trillions in the end, folks. But go and watch this, because you will be amazed at how many people know nothing. And these are young kids that you would think would know on a college campus. How many kids know nothing and would rather have the dollar than one Bitcoin? Gotta watch it, folks. You can see this at Capital Creators. Okay, Capital Creators is their YouTube channel, and they're gonna be flooded with subscribers probably now. So, but go watch it. Those guys deserve it. Brumdog Millionaire at Brumdog Million sent me this. And this is an article from yesterday, or the last couple of days. Someone acquired 10 million XRP after the price hit 40 cents. An unknown Ripple XRP whale has acquired 10 million XRP few hours after the price of the digital currency surged to 41 cents. The trade, according to Cryptocurrency Whale Alert, was made by Ripple over the counter. The San Francisco-based firm do sell Ripple's XRP to firms willing to invest in the digital asset. The transfer was made through a wallet associated with Ripple but sent to an unknown wallet. According to Whale Alert, 10 million XRP was moved from Ripple over-the-counter distribution wallet to unknown destination. So, and they've got the transaction here. Wow. Now think about that, folks. I want you to think about that for a minute. These are people that are talking directly. These are institutional or wealthy investors that are having discussions directly with the people at Ripple to have a conversation to buy over the counter from Ripple to buy XRP. You have to wonder what these people know about XRP that you and I have not heard yet to make buys like that. Finally, I want to show you this. This is from Coach Ren, at It's Coach Ren. He sent me this, and I think it's an older video, but you still should all go and watch it because it illustrates a point about crypto and maybe FOMO. This is a guy, he told me when he sent me that this guy owns Barstool Sports. I don't know who the guy is. You can go watch this video at crypto_Kobe_. But this guy just goes on a rant, and I think this is from the last bull market, but he goes on a rant about how he thinks Bitcoin is stupid and it doesn't make any sense and it's ridiculous. Goes on an entire rant. And then at the end of the video, he says, but you better believe I'm not going to miss out on this because just because I don't agree with it and just because I don't understand it, that I'm not going to be the guy that misses out on this. And I think that a lot of people will start like this guy. A lot of people will look at it and think it's stupid, and then they'll get in anyway. But I think what's really going to happen is that people like this guy are going to finally begin to understand and be educated about what this really is about. I think he just hadn't taken the time to do it at the time of this video. I think but not just that. I think Wall Street, when they start to come in, they're going to begin to educate the public in a way that with resources that just the social community hasn't been able to do yet. I think you're going to see a huge swell of educating the consumers for the purpose of selling them on digital assets. And that is exciting, especially when you watch the other video I showed you that I told you to watch about the guy walking around on campus with $1, and people want the dollar more than they want one Bitcoin valued at $5,400. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that yes, some people are not going to understand Bitcoin and they're going to invest anyway. Thank you for listening.